children, welcome back to our online classes. So, as you all know that we are discussing about the transportation in animals and plants. So, in our previous class, we have already discussed about the transportation, means about the circulatory system. So now just we can recap something about that circulatory system. So here the circulatory system consists of the heart and the blood vessels. So they all together they functioning, and in this circulatory system the blood will flow through the blood vessels and it carries oxygen and also it carries the carbon dioxide. So that all we have discussed already. And also the blood have mainly the various kinds of cells it have in it, the blood. And so it is having mainly the three components. They are red blood cells, white blood cells and the platelets. So the red blood cells are red in color because of the presence of hemoglobin, and the hemoglobin is bounded with the oxygen. It can carry oxygen to all the cells of the body. And the white blood cells, they are fight against. So the white blood cells, the WBCs, they will help us to fight against the germs. And the platelets, they help to clot the blood. So this is what we have discussed in our previous class, and also we have discussed about the schematic representation, that how the blood circulation takes place in the body. And one more thing, that the blood donation will be there. So somebody will donate their blood, so who are in the need, that may be due to some of the accidents. So in case of accident, the people may get the serious injuries or deep injuries. So that time the more loss of blood takes place in those people. And also due to any in the time of operation or something, some people they have lost the blood. So to those people who are there in the need of that blood, so that we can donate the blood also. That is also a very good thing. So that that is some particular weight and all it is there. So there are different groups of blood are there. So AB means A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, and O positive and O negative. Likewise the kinds are there. So the people can donate the blood to the same group, means A group means A positive. Suppose if any person is having A positive, then he can donate for A positive. And suppose the person is having B positive, then he can donate to the B positive, like that. But there is the interesting fact is there here. The groups O positive, they can give blood to all the categories, means for all the groups. So that the people O positive, that is called as the universal donor. Yes. And AB positive, the people who are having AB positive, they can accept the blood from all the groups, means they can take the blood from all the groups. So that it is called as universal acceptor. Andre ella group blood nu enaagtೈತಿ AB positive ge match aguthe. So that they can take the blood from all the kinds of groups. That is why this is called as the universal acceptor. And the O positive, they can donate blood to all the groups. So the O positive blood group is called as universal donor. So they avrellaru kodabodu. So that is what one thing I wanted to tell you. So now in our today's class we are going to discuss about the heart. Yes. Do you have the heart? Yes. Everybody are having the heart. And here I drawn a simple diagram of heart. So we all know that heart is we know already in the circulatory system, in the schematic representation, we have saw from where the heart will get the blood, and again we will discuss now also. So the function of this heart is to pump the blood to the various parts of the body, and this way how it will get the blood to pump. So that we will discuss. That also we have discussed in the previous class also about in the schematic representation of the circulatory system. So here there are different parts are there in the heart, and before that I will explain you about this. So even though when we are at rest and when we are sleeping, when we are sitting idle, so all the times it works continuously throughout our life. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ಜೀವಂತ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ it will beats continuously. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನ ಏನು heart beats, it will beats continuously. So throughout our life the heart pump the blood. So this is its function, and it is there in the chest cavity, and slightly its lower end is slightly tilted towards the left. Now heart edgade ante ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So edgade ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ full whole heart is not to the left side. So its lower side, lower part, it is tilted towards the left. So this is there, and the size of the heart, it is approximately, just fold your fingers like this. Okay, make the fist like this. So the size of your fist, the size of the heart is approximately, or it is roughly the size of your fist. So ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ದು ಫಿಸ್ಟ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ roughly ಅದರ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, and see the heart. So just think one thing, we know that the blood carries oxygen also. With that, in the same time what happened, the blood carries carbon dioxide also. So what happened if both the blood mixes, carbon means the blood with oxygen and blood with carbon dioxide, if both the blood mixes, what will happen? Yes, it is not good. So to separate this, here we have the separating chamber also. So we can look after, means the blood which is rich in oxygen and which is rich in carbon dioxide, they both were separated by the membrane. We will discuss about that. And see, the heart is having 4 chambers. So this is the heart, and it is having 4 chambers, 2 arteria and ventricles. So there are 2 atrium, the singular atrium, and the plural we can say the atria. So there are 2 atria are there. So one is left atrium and another one is right atrium. Okay, one is left atrium and another one is right atrium. They are the uppermost chambers 2, they are the atria, and lowermost chambers ventricles. One is left ventricle and another one is right ventricle. And all these 4 chambers, they are separated, the partition completely separating the 2 halls. This is the partition which completely separates the 2 halls. So there are this the left atrium and left ventricle, and right atrium and right ventricle. So these 2 are separated by the partitions, and it is called septum. You can call this as the septum. And so these 2 are separated by this partition, that is septum, so that the blood with carbon dioxide and the blood with oxygen both will not mix here. And here the vena cava are there, and aorta and pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein. So these are all the parts of the heart. Let me discuss how the blood pumped by the heart. So you just observe the arrow marks here. So the pulmonary vein and pulmonary arteries, already in the schematic representation of the circulatory system we have discussed that. So heart will be there, and then the pulmonary veins. The function of the vein, just we can discuss. The function of the vein is to carry the blood from all the parts of the body to the heart. Okay, and the function of the artery is to carry the blood from the heart to the other parts of the body. So here the pulmonary vein, you just observe the arrow marks here. Yes, you can see the arrow marks. This shows means from the body parts the blood is rushes towards the means to the heart. ಈ ಹೊರಗಿಂದ ಏನು blood heart ಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. arrow mark ನೋಡಿ. Yes. So pulmonary veins carries the oxygen rich blood from the lungs to the heart. Okay. And then here it will move to the left atrium and then to the left ventricle. Again it can move here. Okay. And then the pulmonary artery. So here the blood will again the oxygen rich blood from the artery. So artery is, what is the function of the artery here? It can carry the blood from the heart to the other parts. So it carries the blood from the heart to the lungs. So likewise the circulation of blood takes place to all the parts of the body, through the vena cava and aorta and all. So this is how the blood pumps regularly and without rest. And see, you can check your heartbeat also. Just hold your hand on your chest, yes, the left side, and you will find the beats. You can observe the beats of the heart. Okay, it is rhythmically, it is contracting. The muscles are there, the walls of the muscle, the walls of this heart, it is having the muscular, some chambers are there, the walls. So they will be rhythmically contract and expands. So that we call as the heartbeat. The rhythmic contraction and expansion of the heart is called heartbeat. Okay. So how can we define the heartbeat? So heartbeat can be defined as the rhythmic contraction and expansion of the heart. The rhythmic contraction and expansion of the heart. This is called heartbeat. So likewise, you just check your heartbeat, how many times it beats per minute. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ನಮ್ಮ heart beat ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So just you check it. When you are in the rest, just check it, how many times it beats per minute. And later, just go for run for 4 to 5 minutes. And later again you check your heartbeat, whether it is the same or any variations are there. So take a brisk walk, again you check. And also like this, you can check some of your family members also, the heartbeat of your family members. And the list table is given in your textbook, in the page number 125. Okay, so check the heartbeat and while resting and after the running for 4 to 5 minutes. So you just write here, and with that you just compare that heartbeat with the pulse rate. Are they both are the same, the pulse rate as well as the heartbeat? Yes, they are same, because the heart will pump. How much times the heart will pumps? So likewise the blood circulate in the vessels. So the pulse rate also the same. So heartbeat and pulse rate also the same. So the heart beats. So this is what the definition of the heartbeat, the rhythmic contraction and expansion of the heart. It is called heartbeat, and the number of times the heart beats. Okay, that is called the rate. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ಟೆಥೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನ? ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ದ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ earpiece and the chest piece. Okay, so there are two are there in the stethoscope. Two parts are there. One is earpiece and another one is chest piece. So the chest piece will be kept on the chest and they will listen the thumping of the heart. So that thumping means the beating of the heart, it will be listened through the earpiece. So that doctor can, by checking, by that using that stethoscope, the doctor can identify the condition of the person. So whether it is good or not. So likewise, whatever the condition it is, so they can be understand by using the stethoscope. And even you can make your own stethoscope in the home. Yes, how can we do it? So just take a funnel of diameter 6 centimeters to 7 centimeters like that, and then you just fit a rubber tube to that, the stem of the funnel. So just tie it, fix it with the rubber tube, then just make it like the earpiece, and that to that funnel, the mouth of the funnel, just stretch a rubber, means the balloon or any piece of rubber, you just stretch it and fit it tightly to that, and it is like a chest piece, and just use it as the stethoscope. So by making like this, you can identify the heartbeat of the person. So like that, the common, it is the rough stethoscope what we can do, and by this we can understand how the stethoscope, the device, how it works, so that you can identify with that. So this is about the heart. And for the first time, the William Harvey, he was the English physician William Harvey. He discovered that the circulation of the blood, William Harvey was an English physician, so that nobody will believe that. So in those current days, what he discovered, that the blood is oscillates in the blood vessels. It oscillates, it moving in the blood vessels. But those people, they did not believe that, and they ridiculed the William Harvey like anything. So that he was almost lost his patience. But before his died, so his discovery was accepted, and about the circulatory system, the concept what he discovered, it was accepted during those days. And this is about the heart. And next we can discuss about the excretory system. Okay. Yes, this is the excretory system of the human beings. So here, this is what the system of excretion. So the excretion is also very important. So the process, the excretion means the getting rid of waste by organisms. So if any wastes are produced from the body, so that have to be ejected. So getting rid of those waste from the body, that is called the excretion, and that is done by the liquid waste what is produced in our body, that can be removed by this excretory system. So here we all know that when the blood circulates, so even it reaches to all the organs of the body, and then see here, the blood mainly pumps with the from the heart. The heart, it will pumps the blood, but the purification of blood takes place in the kidneys. So there are two kidneys are there, the bean shape. Yes, the structure of kidney, it is like a bean shape. So there are two kidneys are there in our body. So by the kidneys the blood purification takes place. So when the blood is circulating through these organs, so these kidneys, they will send back the pure blood. They will send back to the other organs again through the vessels that will carry out. But the waste, some of the waste will be there in that also, and that is dissolved with the water, and then here the tube-like structure is there. See both the sides. So this is called ureter. So the waste which are present here in the blood, they all will be filtered here. Okay, the blood will be filtered and only the purified blood will be sent back to all the parts of the body. But remaining waste water there, they all will be dissolved in the water, and then they will passes this tube-like structure called ureter. So they will passes by this tube-like structure ureter, and it is collected in the sac-like structure called urinary bladder. So here the urinary bladder will be there. So all the waste which is purified here and which is the impurities what are dissolved in the water, so that will be passes through the ureter, then it will collected in the urinary bladder, and then it will be removed out from the urinary opening. So this is how our, here the capillary, some of the capillaries will be there here, small projections. Okay, the small projections will be there in the kidneys. So there the purification, the filtration of the blood takes place, and then the waste will be ejected by this ureter. They will collected in the urinary bladder, and when it fills, then that will be passes by the urinary opening. This is how the excretion takes place in the human beings. And this, the urine which the person passes, usually a person passes 1 to 1.8 liters of urine for 24 hours. In 24 hours, a person can passes 1 to 1.8 liters of urine, and this urine contains about 95% of water and 2.5% of urea and 2.5% of other substances. Other substances means other waste substances. So a person releases or passes 1 to 1.8 liters of urine in 24 hours, and this contains 95% of water, 2.5% of urea and 2.5% of other substances. So this is what the excretory system, and in sometimes the water, it is the waste, it is releases in the form of sweat also. So when we are go for the running or brisk walk, or sometime when it is too hot, so that time we usually sweats, and in that time the water, the waste is removed from the body in the form of sweat. And also some of the other organisms also releases the waste from their body. Usually the organisms which are present in the water, under the water, the organisms which are present under the water, so they will eject in the form of ammonia. So there also the excretion takes place in those organisms also. And sometimes what happens, we said that this kidney, they will purify the blood. So we need the purified blood. So sometimes what happens, in some people, the kidney failure, we may heard that the failure of kidney. Iga one kidney is we can live. So how we can leading the common life? They are the God gift to us. Okay, these kidneys, the God has given two kidneys. They are the God gift to all the human beings. So then also, even though we can live with one kidney only happily. Now one kidney idrunu enu normally badakbodu. But how many we have? Two. So sometimes if the people, if their kidneys are failure, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಅವು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ದ ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರಿಮೇನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ good for, it may leads to death also. What it will leads to the death. So that in that time what we are doing usually, we will replace the kidney by, if anybody donates the kidneys, so then the doctors can replace the kidney, because one person can happily live with one kidney. So many people are there like that who can come forward to donate their kidneys. But some people, what happen, they donate their body when they are living. Our body ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ donate ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ donate ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ after their death, the kidneys and whatever the parts are can be replaced, so they can be taken and preserved. ಈಗ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರ ಬಾಡಿ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಡೊನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರು ಸತ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರ ಐಸು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಿಡ್ನೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಏನೇನು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನು ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಇಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ನು ತೊಗೋಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಅವಾಗ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನು, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಟು ದ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್, ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, sometimes the dialysis we call. So if the kidneys are matched, if the kidneys of the match, that too matching is there again. So we cannot replace all the kidneys of any person, but only the matching one, which one is matches to their blood group and all, that only can replace. So if it is not available, so in that time we can replace, means the replacement is not possible, because no availability of kidney means the replacement is not possible. So in that case what we do is, we go the artificial blood purification, and that is called the dialysis. Dialysis means it is having, it functions like the blood. So ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಆ ಡಯಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಡಯಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ದ ಕಂಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ದ person with both the kidneys failure, his blood will be passes through this chamber, and here it will be purified, like how the kidneys are having the capillaries here. So likewise here also the capillaries chambers will be there. So when the blood is passes through this chamber, so the blood gets purified, and again this will passes to the body of the person. So likewise it should be done every day. But it is most costliest one, the dialysis method. But better than this we can replace if it is possible. Then also if in that much in need condition, we have to go for the dialysis. It is the artificial, it is the method of purifying the blood artificially. So this is about the excretory system. And with this I will conclude my today's class. I hope you have understood this, and even though if you have any queries, you can contact me.